something that I've done that I'm going to share with you today that may sound a bit like cringe at first, that I haven't told any of my friends, but I believe it's one of the core components that brought me to where I am today when it comes to going to a great school and making a very high income at a young age, and probably going to be making more and more income as I get older. And it's like what fuels my ambition. And I'm not big on like this whole manifestation thing, right? I don't really look into that. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. And I don't think manifestation is a part of that. However, I do understand how important it is that you become what you think about and what you feed yourself. The quote of "there's two sides of you, there's two wolves fighting inside, and it's the one that's filled with darkness and evil, and one that's filled with goodness and hope, and the one that wins is the one that you feed." And this doesn't just go with like morality, like the fighting between those two wolves. It goes with everything that you want to achieve in your life. You become what you feed yourself, and you become what you take in. And I'm so aware of this fact that there's this one episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's the first episode. And it's where the pharaoh, Yugi, is overtaken by Seto Kaiba. And basically, his grandfather went to the hospital, his grandfather's soul was taken and everything, but in the first episode, Yugi is essentially outnumbered, and there's no possible way that he could win the game. The only way for him to be able to do it is if he draws the right card at the right time. However, it's like a 1 in 100 chance grabbing that exact card. In the next turn, he will lose the game, and there's no possible way that he should win because he's a complete nobody. But in the end, and he's doubting himself. When he doubts himself, the chances of him achieving the thing that he wants genuinely starts dissipating from him, and you could see it in the first episode, where the cards that he's about to draw literally starts fading away because he doesn't believe that he can do it. And then deep down, he looks into his core, and he knows that he's loved by his family and his friends, and he knows that he has to believe in himself like how the people around him do. And once he believes this core idea inside, he draws the right card and wins. And it's like, sounds a little cliche, like the power of friendship and all that shit. I don't really focus on that part. I really just focus on kind of personifying myself as Yugi, and always coming in with the clutch at the end. And like if you just keep, like, similar to how what you become what you feed yourself, if you keep feeding yourself that kind of video, eventually that's going to manifest into your life, and things are going to start working out the same way it did for Yugi. And in the beginning, when you first start watching this, it's like, this is kind of like a coping mechanism of just like me watching something and believing I could do something, but like not actually taking action on it. Well, you need to personify yourself as the same person that Yugi is, because you could watch that video 100 times, but until you fully adopt it into your core of who you are as a person, you're not going to take the actions that Yugi would. You need to fully identify yourself and fully relate to who he is. And eventually what's going to happen is the thing that he does will start manifesting in your life, and you'll become that person. It doesn't have to be Yugi. It doesn't have to be that first episode that you relate to, but that's what I do. And ever since I've done that, I've watched the first episode probably over 100 to 200 times. And I notice how things start going in my favor because of that, the amount of times that I've watched that video, and like things in my reality start working the same way it did in that video. It's crazy shit. I just want to share this really quickly. I need to head out, but yeah, you become what you feed yourself.